This is Show Me the Music. I am your host, Dre'Co. We are live in effect. I have none other than the young legend himself to be Malik The King. What's up, brother?
What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? It's Malik The King.
And joining the young king, we also have the legendary DJSno.
In the building. It's not a 22.
And of course, we have manager, overseer. We have the supporter right there, my man Ricky. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Rick Ktone is what y'all call me. That's my nickname since I got Malik The King and Snow and everybody else.
So we're gonna make sure we introduce everybody the right way. Now, when it comes to you as an up and coming artist, how do you keep your fans or people who support you engaged with all of this going on right now?
Oh yeah, well it's a little bit different now because with the world we living in at the moment, coronavirus and stuff, people are kind of locked in their houses and everything, and it's not really much to do. But I think I see it as more of a opportunity to really get people kind of connected on that level with me, because I know people are really just in their house, not really doing nothing for real. So they just chilling around, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a good opportunity to be able to speak with them anytime I really can. So I try to connect with them as much as possible and everything, make sure I'm posting and stuff. I got this thing where I go live every Friday, and then I do 808. So if any rapper, hip hop artist or producer, you know what I mean, you know what 808 is. So at 8:08 p.m., you know what I'm saying, I go on live and stuff, and I'll play some of my beats.
And we're going to call that 808 o'clock.
So make sure y'all tune in, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of, you can get on me on Facebook and stuff. My Instagram is Malik_Fletcher04. So if you want to be looking out for me, you know what I'm saying, go there. That's where you can find me and everything.
So give me the vibe, man. When you say 808 o'clock, is it like you got DJSno back there on the ones and twos while you performing, or you just playing music out there? You listen to the music. What is it?
Him and I both. He does production as well. So we're just going to basically be rocking our own music, since when you go live on Facebook, most of the time they cut you off because of copyright infringement. You going on the beats. I do not own the rights to this music. Well, guess what? We own the rights to this music.
Everything.
You know
right.
That's pretty much what 808 o'clock is going to be based on. Us playing tracks that he's not really rapping on, but tracks that's going to be maybe something he'll be rapping on.
Dre'Co, you never know who might stop by. You might be in the building at 808. You know what I mean? You never know, so we're going to have people stopping by in the building. We're going to do this, go live. And really, that's what it is during this time. We just really trying to stay connected online.
Listen, I take that invite. You know
we just playing some of the beats I be making. I'm constantly making music all the time. That's my mindset and goal, to make something that people can vibe to. And that's what 808 is for. 808 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Stop by and listen, vibe check, you know what I mean? Come in and be able to connect with us on that level and hear what we doing, because we're going to be constantly making that stuff all the time.
And
that's
so
what we're doing.
Manager Ktone saying it might be some giveaways. You might be able to get a DJSno beat. You might be able to get a Malik The King beat. So come on by. You know,
y'all being real nice right now with the legend, though. Y'all just saying.
Right.
Are there any projects or songs specifically that you're working on right now that you're looking to release pretty soon?
Well, I got a whole bunch of stuff, man. I've been working on really hard. It's going to be a blast for y'all to be able to hear it and listen to it and everything. I got a song for the ladies, you know what I'm saying, coming out you can dance to. I got a song that's talking about what's going on in the world right now. There's the struggles that we as a people are going through, the Black community and stuff. I want to, bring words to strengthen our brothers and stuff, our brothers and sisters in the community. That's number one. That's our number one goal right now, is to bring that positivity and stuff, to keep people with a smile on their face, this positive energy and stuff, People got to have that energy all the time. So, and then I got other tracks, vibe tracks, feel good music, whatever you really need, I got it.
Artist development nowadays has been taking a real back seat in the industry during this time, right? So like, when it comes to that, have you introduced any practices to young Malik The King that he can incorporate as far as growing him as an artist?
Well, of course. So you want to view hip hop like a kind of pendulum, the way it swings back and forth. So you remember a time when there wasn't all these big record labels around, Dre'Co. We had to come from something, you know what I mean? And what it got to was, the old way was, you got the artist, you got the label, then you get to the radio, you know what I'm saying? And then you got your deals going like that. But right now, this pendulum is kind of swung back. So what I mean by that is, it's a good time for the label to platform that artist. And that's what all the development is about now. Artists really need to understand that you are your own brand. So Malik the King is just that. We are the platform that he's jumping off that's going to give him that success. And one of the things that's been said about the Midwest is we don't have a unique sound. And I think that's not correct. We definitely have a unique sound, but maybe we don't have the label that platforms everybody. When you look at the East Coast, when you look at down South, when you look at the West, they've got labels. Those gentlemen work with one another. And just to end it off, one of the things, and I want to know your opinion about this, Dre'Co, they're saying we can't come with positive music, man. They're saying that, you know, all of our music is dirty, is smut, you know, that it's really not something that is going to be positive. So one of the things that we're fighting, and one of the reasons why we're so happy that you have us on the show is to fight that and kind of combat that we are intelligent. Malik has been a 4.3 honor roll student since the 4th grade. Man. He is now 16. He has won achievement awards. He's got books published. He's had poems that have been published. This gentleman is really quite something special.
Now we're putting that to music.
Right. And we're fighting that image that says our gentlemen have to be thugs, that we have to be something negative. And that's why we wanted to present quality to you, because that's what this label is all about.
I tell you something, people do not realize the appetite for positive music.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this both from a financial perspective. I promise you, that lane is untapped. And it's so ironic because you would think, since music speaks to people like that, that's the lane that you want to be in. But the advantage to you, my man, Malik the King, people are looking, they are hungry. I'm talking about generations, my age, your age, older than me. They're hungry for that positive music, especially in this day and time. But I'm telling you, man, it's not even a fight. Stay in that lane. People are looking for that. I promise you, you will get
love always wins, bro.
Yeah, love always wins.
You will get booked. They will want to hear you, and they cannot wait to see people like you. So when it comes to that, that's what I tell you, man. Like, even with the records that I've heard, like, don't ever think you got to stray away to get to that negative for the quick dollar. That's just microwave money to me. That's what I call it. That's microwave money.
Thank you.
That's gonna last. There's no longevity behind that. It's just a quick shine and you're gone. So keep that.
And I want to tell y'all, that's real coming from Dre'Co. You know, I'm just telling you something, just as a manager, Dre'Co, that's real, and they need to hear what you just said. And that's real, man. I really do appreciate that, bro.
When it comes to that, you just have to know that positivity is gonna stick. So so stay with
you know, Malik started out with STL TV. As a matter of fact, you know, he wants to stay behind the scenes, but Andre, I'm gonna mention Andre Holman. You know, he is the one that we feel very at home with you guys. He started and worked with Malik on Be the Change back in when Malik was 10 years old.
And I'm proud to say we can live Coretta and Martin's way. Education, no violation. Peacefulness without confrontation. Real one nation, many different faces make all people shine in our conversation.
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, it's always a pleasure to work with y'all. I'm happy to be back with the STL TV family and stuff. It's real nice to work with y'all once again, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time, you know what I mean? So, we real excited to be working with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thanks for having us.
Most definitely, man. I want to make sure that people know about the legend behind y'all, man. DJSno. You've been working with Mr. Malik the King for some time now. I have a question for you that a lot of people want to hear coming from your perspective, because you've been in the industry, you've seen a lot. What are some things that you want to make sure that he knows about the industry when it comes to the process of release of music?
First off, which we've already just done, we've signed him to his own LLC. Okay. Before you can do any music at all, you got to have that paperwork right. Everybody thinks it's a game. Music is 10%. We all know. No one cares about your song. For real, like I'm talking about the record label people, the ones that's got the money to push that button. They just want you to dumb it down, be easy. That's not what we do here. We get them on the right path. Start them with the LLC, sign himself to it, get the production deal, get the author deal, the composing deal on the own LLC. All the residuals come straight back to you. Don't got to worry about none of it. Anybody that wants to come and do business, now they got to go by our rules. That's right. And we have to decide to bring them in on percentages and stuff like that. So, you know, because of the way things are right now, you ain't really gonna get no deal, no way. These labels already know who they're signing the next 5 years. It ain't you, it ain't him, it ain't us. So we gotta sign ourselves. He's young, he's got time, you know. So told his dad, I was like, we need to put all our focus on your son. He's the one. Let's do this, you know. So I'm just trying to make sure he just watches out for the evils, you know, and with the crew, with us and family and people, the right circle around you. And plus, he's a smart guy. He'll figure it out.
And what I've learned too, man, is when it comes to these performance rights companies, learning about that as well. So things like ASCAP, this is something that
for real, I ain't trying to cut you off, but for real, you need to learn that now because these labels ain't going to do that for you. Yeah, they want you to not have that together so they can run with your money.
And ASCAP and BMI, that's something that people miss too, right?
Yes, they always miss that because they think copywriting might be just all they got. I got copyright my music. I'm good. Snow, when you gonna play me? Like, bro, is it registered? Is it registered? Did you do your BDS? Did you do your, man, did you go see my boy Finster and have him do that for you? Did you go do that? He only charges a small fee. Go get your paperwork done, you know, and it's going to be so much easier for you in the end. But it's very important to have your own LLC business, sign yourself to it, pay your own taxes, have it all come back straight to you so you can make the calls, you know.
And you already touched on it a little bit, Snow. I want to get back to you, Ktone. Like, what? Of course, you're his pops, but when it comes to his music, what did you see in Malik that really led you to be a part of his journey to success as far as music is concerned? Like, what piqued your interest besides the fact that he's your protege? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, and you know, I rapped myself back in the day. It was about 20 years ago, and it was a very difficult decision because Malik's been on the road. You know, and Malik was writing books and poetry, and you know, there's a big audience for that. And you know, I went so far, and I saw the negativity, and they wanted me to change my style and who I was, and I just thought that was going to be uphill for my son. You know what I mean? But when my son told me, Dad, this is my passion, you got to stand behind your kid, and I'll do anything I can for him, and it's about being positive.
Yeah, how you feel about that? That's a real support behind you.
Yeah, man, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? It always means the world to me to have people that have my back no matter what happens. You know, if I know if I was stuck in a situation, I know my dad would be there for me.
And Dre'Co, just to kind of round that question off, as you can see, this is the camaraderie and the chemistry that makes it all happen. You got a senior, you know, a composer here that's able to have a young protege, you know, that comes in, you know, you got the mixing and the blending of styles from young to old, you know, and we want to capture those audiences. So his young audience, and even up to guys like you and I, and even on Snow.
Like, how do you balance parenthood and you as a overseer, manager of Malik the King's music career? Like, how do you balance that? And do you have any advice? And do you have any advice for people who might be in your shoes?
Yeah. You know, it's a balance there. First of all, the most important thing, and this is what was kind of funny about our situation, is me being a rapper, you would think that I would automatically, hey, my son's gonna rap, he's gonna come and be, but that wasn't. I had him playing baseball. You know, I had him, you gonna look here, you got 4.3, you gonna play this ball, we gonna go scholarship, you know, to play, you know, we're not even we're gonna stay away from all that because I done been through that heartache. So, but here's the deal. When my son came and told me this is something that he wanted to do as a passion from his heart, it kind of captured me because he said, Dad, you know, you kind of role model me to that. And I said, wow, you know, and that really made me feel good. And I want other father figures to know, if your child comes to you and they have an ambition or a dream, it may not be something that you gel with right away, but support that. There are treasures in our children. And that's what we're trying to really show right now. You know, we want to talk about role models and the way you change what's going on. Let's look at your fathers. Let's look at your moms. Let's look at right there. Let's not go too far for that, right? So we want to build a community attitude. That's what MADE is. Did you know, Dre'Co, MADE stands for Music, Artist, Developmental Education? So it brings, and that's what Malik's platforming. Yeah. So when we do these type of interviews, we want to talk intelligent. We want to have a versed artist. So any artist after Malik that you see come out with MADE, they're going to have that stamp. You know, and you're going to know that they represent this quality. So now you kind of get and capture what we're all doing, from quality to MADE to what we're trying to show St. Louis, that we can be positive.
Man, you got that support behind you, Malik the King. I promise you. You can follow Malik the King on social media. Hit him up on IG right now. Malik_Fletcher 04. That's 04, but you know where we from. Malik,
that's right.
And he goes by who? Malik what?
Malik the King.
Yeah.
Until next time, I'm asking you to show me the music.